Hello everyone, Ravi, physiotherapist from Pain and Stroke Rehab Centre, Chennai. On 12th of June, we are completing 20 years of service in Chennai. So this interview is to let people know on what we have gone through and how we have achieved this far. Let's begin.
So the first question, how did Pain and Stroke start at the initial stage?
We started as a physiotherapist organization or business with two administrative employees to support us, and we started as an outpatient center only, and thereafter we grew from there on.
Okay. What was the aim of your organization when you started it?
We started this organization way back in '87. We had two small clinics in Tambaram and Pallavaram, and 7 years later we had an opportunity to go abroad. We thought we'll learn from things which are being done abroad and then bring that technology back to Chennai. So going by that, in 2003 we came back, and then when I say I had a partner, Muralidharan. He and I started this organization in 2003 thinking that we will bring in all the technology or whatever we can at a smaller level into Chennai and make it affordable for our people here.
Okay, sir. What were the struggles you went through while building this organization?
The concept of rehabilitation in the first place was very rudimentary at that point of time. When we talked about rehabilitation, the culture was so different, where when there is a person who is injured or not well, the tendency for the people around was to ensure that he is well cared for and then taken care of. That way he did not have to do much. Everything was done by the family. And that did not promote any kind of independence for that person, and many a times they became more institutionalized and then started demanding help from people around them, and they were not being independent at all. So that cultural difference from US to here was a shock. It was one thing which we had to struggle, and having doctors' recognition that we can do things differently was also a struggle, because at that point of time, the awareness of what physiotherapists can do for people was kind of misunderstood, partly due to what the physiotherapists did, as well as what the perception of the doctors were. So those were two big things which were struggles for us.
Is there any unforgettable incident that you wish to share on this special occasion?
Unforgettable incident was floods big time. Okay, that is one thing which made us rethink the whole concept. Earlier, we were running the show fairly well, and in 2014, my partner had to go back to the US, so I was doing things on my own. At that point of time, floods almost took away all our belongings. At that point of time, it was very depressive, and we were not so sure how to get out of this mess. And we were only 11 or 12 years old at that point of time, but the community came in to support us so much. The clients came up with solutions, like they promised us financial support, emotional support. And there was one particular fisherwoman in Saidapet who literally turned my whole thinking about what suffering can be. So I owe it to all of them, and they made us come back up and then stand up as an organization and lead it back again to normal speeds again.
Who was the one person who constantly motivated you?
If I have to talk about just one person, I would say MLM Narayanan is one person who has motivated me. He has been asking me to do several things as a business person. Today, we started as a rental, started our organization in a rental place, and then it was his idea to move into a owned facility. Today, this is our building, and we have two more buildings which are ours. So these are his ideas literally, and he has given us even more thoughts. He wants us to do a lot more, I'm still lagging behind on what he has asked me to do, but he has been a constant motivator. He chases me around.
Okay. A physiotherapist who you always looked up to?
Physiotherapist who I have always looked up to, there are several of them. To name one, I would say A.G. Dandapani sir, who has been my teacher at college, and he has been traveling with me until COVID 2019. He passed away just like that. It was a big shock for me. But most of my treatment strategies, exercise-wise, has been his thoughts. I use several of his strategies. I have built upon it many times, but basics are his. I owe it to him.
Okay. What has driven this institution to strive to work harder?
Recognition from all our clients has been one big thing, and the people have stuck with us. Like, rejoicing their success is something we all do here at Pain Stroke Rehab Centre. Initially, I had a hard time getting my employees to join in the bandwagon, to understand that, and then enjoy what they were doing. And most of our employees now believe in that, and that has made us work harder. Google reviews which people give, and every time when we interact with them personally, they talk so much about us and how every word we speak has impacted them. Those kind of things motivate us to do work harder and earn their recognition even more.
When your institution is acknowledged publicly, how do you feel at that moment?
Acknowledged publicly, the organization has been acknowledged in several quarters. Ramachandra University, for example, has put us on their board of studies, which was a huge honor. I thought it was for the organization. It is not just for me as a physiotherapist. And Sri Venkateshwara College of Physiotherapy and Sri Balaji College of Physiotherapy both have signed a memorandum of understanding to send their internship students to us for learning purposes. So that is a recognition. And MGR University gave me an award saying that I'm the best physiotherapist. That was another recognition we cherish to have.
Have you ever thought that you would come to this stage in your life?
Coming this stage in my life, never. But I had several little plans and dreams which I was working towards, but I have beat it by a mile, I would say, and I owe it to all the clients who I have worked with, my family members, my fellow team members. It is not just my hard work anymore. All these physiotherapists who are working with me, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and even the administrative staff has done quite a bit on their part to make this organization a great success. So I owe it to them all.
How do you manage your time as the founder of the organization?
Managing my time is a real tricky situation. Earlier, we had a hard time when I was doing it as a business, but now this has become an organization where there is a system in place, and the system is being followed by all the employees, and the employees have come to a point where they know their responsibilities, and we have an application which also kind of guides them through the process. And over this 20 years of time, the system has gotten revised by feedback from the employees, and we have put it a better organization by getting all their inputs in place.
What is the most important quality you think every physiotherapist should have?
A physiotherapist quality, I would say, rejoicing or enjoying every person's success. Okay, we are dealing with human beings, and they are here to you with some kind of pain or a physical inability. When they come to you, and when you make it happen, it gives them a happiness, and it also gives you a happiness. When you start enjoying that with them, that makes you work harder, and you celebrate every success they achieve, then it makes you even better. And having short-term and long-term goals. In physiotherapy, we use short-term and long-term goals. The same thing, it's a life learning thing which every physiotherapist should do. You have to have a long-term goal and a short-term goal which will make you work towards a longer term. It could be 30 years or 40 years down the line, and that will give you the next step to do today.
What will be the future vision of Pain and Stroke Rehabilitation Centre?
Our center started as a two-person outpatient center, then it grew up to a center providing home-based rehabilitation services and then stay-in options, and now we provide tele-rehabilitation services across the globe. And we have 2 branches as well now. But until this time, Pain and Stroke is one organization which manages all 3 of these branches. But my vision for the future is that all the employees who are working with us, physiotherapists, will become entrepreneurs on their own, and they will be part of physiotherapy or Pain and Stroke Rehab Center, but they will be having their own investment, and they will be more like a franchisee in different parts of the state or city, whatever you want to call it, and even across the globe if I'm ambitious. And that is something I want them to all grow to. There is so much potential in this part of the world to do in physiotherapy, and the profession of physiotherapy is also growing so much. What we were doing in 1987, what we did in 2003, and what we are doing today is changed big time. So we have a lot of scope, and I want all my employees to make it to my level or even beyond me. Thank you.
One last question. As an inspirer, what would be the mantra you share with your younger generation physios?
A lot of planning, hard work, discipline, and enjoy every bit of your work. And don't leave your family and others, because if you work too much and then later on turn around to see, your life would be gone, because physiotherapy takes too much of your time. You need to ensure that not your career alone is your goal. You need to have your family and everything around you, your family, extended family, your immediate family, everyone counts. Enjoy your life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.